Wait, we're live now?
Yep.
Awesome.
And, well, good luck for the next run. Feel free to introduce yourselves.
Thank
Awesome,
you.
thank you.
I'll begin then. I'm Nergish. I'm a Sunshine speedrunner and a big fan of bingos. I've been commentating bingos for a while for the Sunshine community, and I've joined up here because Team Bingo is very interesting and exciting, if you ask me.
Interesting. Oh, sorry, I forgot something. Keep talking.
I'm Deathline. I'd say I'm a quote-unquote former Sunshine runner. I don't do too many runs anymore. I'm mostly a bingo guy now. I do a lot of commentary for bingos. Have commentated top 8s, top 4s, things like that for a lot of the bingo things and helped run some of the smaller tournaments, just in commentary-wise.
Yeah, and this is gonna be a very interesting race, because how this works is that we have two teams, and one person in
the
yes.
European Speed Weeb Team Redemption Arc.
and
Ramato and Danny versus the latrine machines of Urama Mike and Oatflicker. So we got a bit of a nation rivalry here. We got the USA boys of the latrine machines and myself versus the EU boys of the European Speed Weeb team and Nirgesh. So
same
thing as last year, kind of, which the EU boys won, but USA is going to get the redemption this year.
You wish, bro. The Weeb team is too strong. You just don't know it. But yeah, interesting thing with this is that since the donation goal has been met, we will have restrictions on the runners during the race. Rimato and Oatflicker, I believe, are gonna be hoverless.
Yep.
Be playing hoverless, and Danny and Urinal Mike are gonna be playing sprayless. So at least it's not sprayless against hoverless. There's it's balanced out in a way that makes sense. Because I feel like hoverless would be too overpowered if one team represented that.
All right,
this
then I think we're ready to go with the countdown, right?
Awesome.
All right, everyone is ready.
Would you like us to give a countdown, or should we leave it to you?
Yep.
We got it.
Countdown for the runners
Gonna count down the runners in the
in the bingo sync, since
Right.
they're not here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, good point. Good luck. Sorry.
They have to communicate with each other and not with the stream this time.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Awesome. Okay.
Let's
They
go.
should all be starting now.
Have fun.
Good luck to you all.
Thank you.
Awesome.
So this is gonna be very, very interesting, I
So-
feel like, with the gameplay differences.
So, to those who have never seen the Sunshine before, going into the sprayless and hoverless things. So you have a tool called Flood that Mario works with this entire game. He has one main nozzle that he keeps throughout the entire game. That's called the spray nozzle. And then you have a secondary nozzle, which for the most part of the game is the hover nozzle. There are also the turbo and rocket nozzles, so we'll get into that later if it comes up. So Oat and Ramato cannot use the secondary nozzle called the hover nozzle, which helps them cross large gaps and things like that. Danny and Mike can't use the spray nozzle. They can use any other nozzle, so the rocket nozzle, the hover nozzle, and whatever, but they can't use the spray nozzle. So it's going to be tough for those two specifically, just because there's a lot of different tactics you have to go about the spray nozzle, or sprayless.
Master Mario, if you would,
cross
over to that shore and find some
That's just
A lot of janky tactics, I'd say, even. In my opinion. But we'll see how they go about this. You know, it's gonna be very interesting of where each team member sends what team member depending on what their restriction is.
Yeah.
And I've actually I skimmed through the call or the card here while you were explaining, and this is a very blue heavy card. There's a lot of blue coin and a lot of different blue coins. Yes.
Oh my god, there's a lot of blue coin goals.
And for those who don't know, right, who aren't, you know, a big
All right, well, Rada wins.
part of the community, Vimato, who is on the European Speed Weeb Team Redemption arc.
We're gonna do this entire video.
No. That's the only time. But yeah, he's a very strong blue coin player. That's kind of his thing. So this is already not looking very good for North America.
So yeah, this whole entire starting segment, they're playing this area called Airstrip. It's mandatory. You have to play through it. It's about 3.5 minutes. Then you watch a 3-minute cutscene where a lot of runners complain about this, but this is actually great for bingos because it gives you time to think and talk about your strategy. So we're gonna go over the card now, and normally we don't always talk about every single goal in the card, but we're gonna kind of go through most of it here just to dissect what each goal is. So there's a lot of blue coin goals on this card. Blue coins are currency in this game. There are 240 of them. You can trade in 10 blue coins to a little tanuki, and you get 1 shine sprite in return from that. It's pretty important. There's a lot of collected blue coins. You can help them to buff up your shine sprite count. Those are the stars of this game. And a lot of them are really fast and helpful to collect to quickly move you up throughout the game.
No, continue.
So you'll notice there's 60 total blue coins and 75 total blue coins. That's just what it is. You need to get 60 total or 75 total from any amount of worlds. There are 7 blue coins. So there are 8 blue birds in this game. When you spray them down, when you kill the bird, you'll get a blue coin from it. So you have to get 7 of those birds. 3 fruit ladies. There are 4 fruit ladies in Delfino Plaza, which is the main world, as you will. There are a whole bunch of different levels that you can enter, but Delfino Plaza is where you always come back to. It's like the hub. You have to get 3 fruit ladies of the 4 in order to get that. And then what else is there?
As you are no doubt aware,
Do the other 2. There's 5 linked pairs. So there are X's, circles, or O's, and triangles. These will correspond to one another. So you have an X, 2 X's in a general location in a world or a level, and when you spray one, a blue coin will come out of the other side. So you have to collect that blue coin and then get the other half of the pair. So you have to get the full pair. So 5 full linked coin pairs, and it have to be the same pair to count for 1 pair. And then the last blue coin goal on this card that I'm seeing here is the 5 blue coins from enemies. There's a whole assortment of enemies that will damage Mario, but if you defeat them, they'll give you a blue coin. So enemies are defined by things that are moving and they damage Mario.
Based on eyewitness descriptions.
Yeah, pretty much. There's also a different goal called NPC blues, but it's not on the card, so it's not important right now, I'd say. But it's pretty much the same thing, but you get the coins for talking to people instead. But either way, looking at this card, I can already see that Rico is probably the most overpowered play you can do in this, in the beginning. Because we got a lot of stuff from Rico here. We got 6 shines from Rico. We got Rico 3 hoverless, unique boss shines. We have blue coins from enemies, which is good for Rico. Blue coins total, really good for Rico as well, because you can get a lot of blues early. So I feel like that would be very strong. I can see a Serena play happen too with Serena early, because farming lives is quick there. We got 100 coin from Serena, which probably should be saved for later. But also, you know, 2 hidden from Serena is something you can get early as well if you're consistent at sooner whenever, I'd say. Otherwise, Pinna seems strong as well to unlock a Yoshi and get you for both bell shines and maybe red coins. Yeah, Pinna Rush would be strong, especially for like blue coin pairs as well. Then we also have the black sheep of the bunch, the 2 Piantissimo races, which does not correlate well with this card at all. So someone's gonna have to go out of their way to get those.
Yeah, there's a little bit of Pianta and Noki in there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think Pianta Noki is gonna be the play if that's the case. Someone's gonna defeat Eel and then just go to Piantissimo right after.
Yeah. So explaining a little bit more about the levels, there are 7 levels in this game. You have Bianco Hills, Rico Harbor, Gelato Beach, Pinna Park, Serena Beach, Noki Bay, and Pianta Village. There's specific goals relating to each level in sorts. And that's why you see some of the goals like 2 from 5 or 5 shines from 3 levels. So you have to get 5 shines in 3 different levels that I just listed, or you need 2 shines from 5 different levels. So that's what those are. Going over some more, there's the 100 coin shine. Every level has a 100 coin shine. There's the 50 yellow coins from 3 levels. You just need to collect 50 yellow normal coins from 3 different levels. 150 coins from Delfino Plaza. What else have we not covered? Hidden shines. So there are 2 hidden shines per level. They're designated on the shine select screen by 3 question marks. Usually they're going into a secret shine a second time and doing like a red coin mission, or there might be a little bit different of a condition to get a hidden shine. And then the last couple major ones. Defeat the eel, that's do Noki 4, that is the Eely Mouth. That is one of the bosses, which correlates into 5 unique bosses. There are a whole bunch of bosses in this game. There are some duplicates where you fight Blooper 3 different times, so you can skip one of them. You fight Petey twice, things like that. You have to fight 5 unique different bosses. So if you beat Petey twice, that's only 1 unique boss. Other than that, 7 red coin shines. Those are shines that have red coins in them. And then both bell shines. There are 2 bells located in Delfino Plaza. The left bell and the right bell. You get both of those.
Yeah. Also, I just looked at Urinal Mike's screen here. Stopping Shadow Mario with the hover nozzle.
Oh my god!
And I realized, doing quick kills is gonna be very nice.
So we see both Ramato and Oat getting into the upper hills here, while it looks like Danny's going off the Pianta, and Oat is also joining, or excuse me, Mike's going to be joining Oat and Bianca.
Yeah. I'm guessing it's it's a play that they're gonna continue into Rico, is my guess. Might depend though, because I saw Rimato go for a life in the beginning before he went for the blue piranha. So he might actually head to Serena. I don't know if Serena whenever is possible without the hover nozzle though.
It is.
You can ground pound. That's true. Yeah.
You can backflip and ground pound. You just have to be careful. You might clip out.
Yeah.
So you see Oat there taking the windmill. That's the way you're supposed to go up casually. Though you can do these interesting windmill kicks that Ramato's trying to do, where you wall kick off the inside of the windmill and get up on top of the windmill to pee, so you can skip riding that. It's a lot harder to do that without the hover nozzle though. So Ramato fell down a couple times.
But he got there. It's no issue here. Also, Danny in Pianta Village. What was the Pianta place that were good in this? It's Piantissimo damage and Piantissimo.
You can get a good amount of yellow coin. You can easy 100 coin shine here. Really fast world or level overall.
I feel like this.
Dude, this is
I'm guessing Donnie. Oh yeah, it really is. But yeah, that Danieru, he's probably gonna be focusing on shines while Rimato is taking care of the blue coins, because like since he needs to get the other Piantissimo in the end, anyways, in Noki, he's gonna have to get to Noki pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think the idea is that Danny's going to end up going to Noki eventually, just because in order to do the second Piantissimo, you have to beat Eel first, and it's a lot easier to do Eel with the hover nozzle than it is without it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, hoverless Eel is It's an adventure.
It's a giant pain, is what it is. So, so I really like the start of Ramato and Danny here. I'm not too sure why both Oat and Mike are starting Bianco, especially with the restrictions. I would have one of them start elsewhere. Probably, I don't know, Rico. It's a good place to start.
Yeah.
Cover ground there.
I feel like Rico is such a strong world to ignore, right?
Nice GWKD by Oat there. So there's a handful of glitches in the game that we're going to see throughout the game. What Oat did was called a GWKD, which stands for a glitchy wall kick dive. Basically, if you hit the Y button on the GameCube controller, you go into first person. However, there's still a handful of frames where Mario can act out of entering first person, because normally when you enter first person, you can't move around and stuff, but if you jump, you'll cancel first person. So what you do is you just kind of roll your thumb over Y, A, and B, because B is to dive, and you'll do what is known as a glitchy wall kick dive. And it helps you get up higher and moves a little bit faster in some areas.
Yeah. Also, Serena play happening. What I
Oh my god, Danny.
expected.
So Danny's trying to go for Pianta 3, no damage taken, which is, as you see, this is Pianta 3, and you cannot take any damage whatsoever. So the standard idea here is you damage boost over the lava goop in order to get over through it really quickly, but in order to do a damageless, the fastest way is to get on this big tree and do a momentum spin jump. So a spin jump, you just spin the stick and you jump. That's a spin jump. But if you roll out on a slope, Mario will run really fast and get a whole bunch of momentum. And you can do what is known as a momentum spin jump. And you get a lot farther than you would if you just normally spin jump.
Okay, he did good there. That's fine. I usually go for the other tree myself for the damageless because it's safer and easier.
So yeah, there's the other tree, or you can do the super slow but super safe way, which is known as the water route. You go all the way around to the river, and then you can just side flip some of the water onto the goop, and you can spin jump across.
Yeah.
It's a bit slower, but it's a lot safer, and a lot easier if you're not used to those spin jumps.
Okay, let's see here. It's interesting to see that, Bianco Floodless is already a goal on bingos, right?
Yeah, it is. Bianco 4.
Now it's not even a goal.
It's it's Bianco 4 entirely floodless, so you can't use the nozzle period.
Now he pretty much has to do the same thing. Anyways.
And then I guess we didn't cover it a whole bunch, but Mike currently is in Serena Beach. Now, normally there's a giant pineapple blocking the pipe to Serena Beach, and you're required to go to Pinna Park and unlock Yoshi, and then you'll get Yoshi and you'll eat the pineapple off the pipe. But there's a glitch known as Serena Beach Early and Serena Whenever. Serena Ever is the better version of Serena Early, where you get a fruit. We use the banana because the banana has the best properties for pushing Mario away. Yeah. And basically you line up on a very specific point on the roof and you run and throw the banana. And when you throw a fruit in this game, it pushes Mario back a little bit for whatever bizarre reason they decided. And this will clip Mario through the roof into the area for Serena Beach. And then you can just do a backflip or you can do a spin jump into the loading zone or the area. And the main reason why you want to get into Serena early is because you want Manta, which, as you see, this is what Mike's doing. Manta is a unique boss. There's only one. It's a really long shine, and it really sucks doing this sprayless.
Oh yeah, I've been watching this and it looks painful to just swat one of them off individually with this.
But this is usually why you get into Serena early.
Yeah. I mean, the discard, I think Serena early is good because of live farming and hiddens. Hiddens go really well together with farming lives. Because you need nozzle on Serena 2 to farm lives. Which means you're gonna end up the live farming off with collecting a hidden anyways.
So you see Danny finally clicked off Pion 3 no damage. When a competitor completes a goal, they're not immediately required to click it off. You can delay your click. This is known as delay clicking, very aptly named. It basically withholds information from the other team, though it's dangerous in the other aspect because you don't know if the other team's already completed this goal or working towards that goal, and you may lose out on getting that goal if you didn't click it.
So I'm wondering what the idea is here, or why they're staying so long in Bianco.
Bluebird.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. It's the most accessible bluebird for them.
Rocket, Turbo.
Oh yeah, that's true. Rocket and Turbo as well. Yeah, that's... didn't know
Pretty
something like
easy getting. There's a couple of enemies. Easy link pair.
that. Yeah,
They're
that
already
is
at each have a unique boss now. So yeah, both Oat and Ramato here are just sticking through Bianco. Usually Bianco isn't too heavily used in Bingo, though it's more prevalent in some stages. It has been. They're both pretty neck and neck. Oat's a little bit ahead now, but I think Ramato has more blue coins than Oat does. Oh no, they're at the same now.
Oh really?
Yeah, they're actually at the same now. So this second PD fight, you fight him in the village, and it's a whole RNG fest. There's like 70 plus different patterns PD can take throughout his 3 spots. And then he also has like more than a 50% chance or something of throwing a tornado when he lands, which wastes percentage as well.
And also, the question in chat, is this lockout? Yes, it is.
Yes, this is Lockout. We're going to be playing Blackout Bingo. Blackout Lockout. So Lockout, when you click a goal, the other team cannot click it. The only exception to that is if they game over and they haven't saved, they must start from the beginning or wherever they last saved, and they must uncheck any goals they have since completed since their last save.
Yeah.
And the lives goal, there are 25 lives in this card in row 4, column 5. If a competitor gets 25 lives and clicks it off, but then dies in a level and goes to 24 lives, they must unclick that because they no longer have 25 lives. And then Blackout means we're just going to complete the entire card.
Or, I mean... Is it? I mean, it's the first to get the majority who's gonna win.
The first to get 13 wins, but I was told
Yeah.
this is Blackout Bingo, which means you basically finish the entire card.
No? Okay, that's interesting.
So we see Oatflaker now going to Gelato Beach, and Romano making his way there. Danny's been in Rico for quite some time now, getting his way through. Earlier, and he was in Rico 2, which you're supposed to use the blooper. It's a blooper race. But there is a faster strat called blooperless, where you completely just skip the blooper, and you can save a couple of seconds, which is what he did.
Yeah. It's not doable hoverless. So he took advantage of that. So I'm kind of wondering, like, it doesn't feel like, or it feels like we would have seen, you know, Pinna happening by now.
It's a little bit interesting.
Why are most of them just staying in early game?
I guess Pinna's not too helpful. I mean, it gets you Yoshi, but in a unique boss, but outside of that, it's not really that.
Yeah, blues. It's really good for blues.
It is pretty good for blues.
Linked blues.
But I do think there are other things to be getting at early game.
I guess.
There's a lot of blues to get in Bianca and Gelato, linked pairs, enemies, birds. You do have to go to Pinna eventually for the birds, though, if they want that. So right now, Danny is getting these spiders, and you're seeing that he's not really, like, damaging them, but they're just kind of dying on top of him. He activated a glitch known as sewer glitch. So when you're underground in these sewers, if Mario jumps and hits his head on the ceiling of the sewer that he's in, for whatever reason, it puts him in this weird state where he has like an active hitbox on his head or something like that, and he can just jump into enemies like that, and it'll instantly kill them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Something that's good to note about that is that if you have the glitch active, you can also not push the durian fruit without it flying like really far.
There's a handful of fruit in this game that Mario can use for Yoshi. It'll turn Yoshi different colors, and it'll give Yoshi different properties depending on his color that he sprays out. But the durian is the only fruit that Mario can't pick up. He actually has to kick it around like a soccer ball. But if you have the sewer glitch active, it'll just launch the durian like miles away because he has an active hitbox on him.
Which is very
like,
annoying if you're going for collecting blues in Rico 8, where you need Yoshi later.
Normally you just spray the durian at that point, but...
Yeah, I mean, some people forget.
Yeah, it looks like
have turned into some funny situations.
Looks like Oat really wanted the bird here in Bianca 6. Meanwhile, Rada's now in Gelato, going through, getting some blue coins. Not a Link pair I saw. I think he's going to get his 50 yellow coins in this stage as well.
Yeah.
Oh no, Mike failed Blooperless. So, in this race, you can't just like completely cheat all the way. There are 2 hidden checkpoints that you have to reach in order to finish the race. There's one like halfway through, and there's one towards the end, and it's like around this corner, and it's really specific where it is. And if you don't quite hit it, it won't register that you're around that corner, and you'll have to go back for it. Now, luckily, you have like 40-something seconds to beat the race, so it's usually you'll probably be okay to get back up there and go back for it, but sometimes it's a little close.
Yeah, I mean, he was okay.
And then conversely, you see Danny in Rico 4 Reds and Oat in Rico, or excuse me, nice spin jump there to Oat, in Bianca 3 Reds. So these are the hidden shines, or one of 2 hidden shines for these levels. A lot of the times, these secret levels, you'll have a red button when you go back, and you'll ground pound the red button, and it'll start a timed red coin mission.
And then those do count towards both hidden and red coin shine, so they are very strong goals, or very strong levels in general if you have both of those goals on the card.
Mike says he can't click a goal.
What? That's interesting.
I don't even know what goal he's trying to click.
What is he trying to click? They should be in a car. I hope.
Technically, you're not supposed to click for your teammates' goals because you haven't actually done that. But if Mike actually can't click his goals, it's an issue. But
yeah, I don't know what is going on there. But all right.
The mode is Lockout Larvae. It's Lockout Blackout.
Yes. I'm guessing about hidden chance. What could have been? Iguana. Alright. That's very interesting. That's bad for Rimato.
Okay, Mike didn't know it was Lockout.
What? He didn't know it was Lockout? What? Oh, what is this? What is this lack of communication? Come
I would
on.
have discussed this.
Yeah.
Okay, all players are going to stop for a second. I guess they meant to make it non-lockout and just blackout.
So this is not locked.
Okay, I thought it was
Oh.
lockout blackout.
So it's just blackout. What is this? We good? Yeah, I hope they're good. They're ready.
Epic. Okay. Start on one.
Okay. Yeah, Rematos.
Romato's already counting it down.
What a lord. That is very okay. So it's non-lockout, blackout. So it's just
Well,
the first to complete the whole thing. All right, that's confusing for me as well, because the tournament that we're gonna have on Speed Gaming in January or late January is gonna be lockout team.
All right, so this is not lockout blackout. It's just straight blackout. So blackout bingo. You just basically finish the board. It's whoever gets the most goals by the end of the board being done, I believe.
Yeah, it's just the first one to fill all the goals, pretty much.
So anyone can click any goal in this format.
That makes sense. Why they didn't spread themselves out?
Yeah, that makes way more sense.
As well. Now I understand where the routing is at. Also, you know, I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm a much bigger fan of Lockout because that's so much more fun to both play and commentate, in my opinion. But this is cool as well.
Good job, Renato.
It's not every day you get to see Blackout. It's not very popular.
Anyway, so you just saw, oh, he traded in 10 blue coins there, or 20, I wasn't completely watching, for 2 shines, I believe. So that's a good way of showing that you can get shines right there in order to progress. In order to unlock 10 apart, you have to have at least 10 shines, and you have to have open the 3 previous papers, which is Jonka Hills, Uzo Harbor, and Water Beach. And what Oat did right there, going into this 10 apart cutscene, he sprayed off his M graffiti, which gets you a blue coin, and then he dove into the blue coin right when the cutscene started to do a text box skip, because every blue coin you collect, you'll get a text box saying you can't save right now because you don't have a memory card, because the game wants you to save every time you get a blue coin. That saves you half a second, not getting that text box.
Yeah.
Now, conversely, you see Danny right now hovering into the wall, and he flipped through. Now he's doing this really precise setup. This is known as Honey Skip, found by Honey SM64, who doesn't even run this game. If you die on a specific spot, I think it's a specific spot, and right when the cutscene starts,
yes,
you will skip that cutscene, and it saves optimally 15 to 20 seconds if you do it really fast. On average, though, you save like 10 seconds.
Still a bunch of time.
Pretty sure Ramada
It's,
thought it was gonna be lockout, but
Yeah, I got that information as well, and I'm guessing... I don't know. That is weird. Alright, it's fine.
well then. Anyways,
Everybody is happy and informed now, so I think everything is...
Mike missed a roll out there. Let's go back up. So there, Danny finishing off his 5 blue coin enemies. You can see Danny exit area here. This is one of the most infamous skips in the game that anyone can do. For whatever reason, and this is how I interpret it, the files for the cutscenes for Pinna 1, when you enter in, because you're supposed to have a cutscene when you meet Mecha Bowser here, the boss, and then when you defeat him, you'll have another cutscene. Like, cutscenes run for like 3.5 minutes total. If you just exit area, it just exits the cutscene.
It's very.
And I think it's because the files are so big, it just like skips that. Normally, if you exit area when you're entering another loading zone like that, it just exits to title screen.
Yeah, I mean it's I don't know why it is like that and why every single cutscene has like unique properties in how they work. Some can be skipped by dying, some
So, yeah,
can be skipped
you
by
see him do it again,
You know.
and he's perfectly fine. So he saves like 3.5 minutes by doing that. So that's one of the most easiest and infamous skips in Sunshine.
Yeah.
Skipping those cutscenes.
It's so weird though. I feel like that it's only the cutscenes around that are related to Pinna that are skippable.
So my theory to that is just because they're such a large cutscenes, they're really big file sizes or something like that in the code. So for whatever reason they can be skipped versus shorter cutscenes.
I guess, yeah.
So yeah, Romano doing some Serena whenevers. Oh, in Pinna along with Danny and Pinna. Mike still in Rico, going through.
Missing that red coin and giving me a heart attack. Looked like he was gonna crash into the boat. Oh my god. This
yeah,
level scares me.
So the blooper, so he's in Rico 6 right now, Mike is, where he's doing these red coins on top of the water. So you have to jump on a blooper, and you have to get these red coins. There are 3 bloopers you can get. Green is slowest but has best control, yellow is medium, purple is fastest but worst control. Now the thing is, if you just hold up on the control stick, you have top speed, the same top speed on every single one, so you should always pick green. Mike was having a horrendous time collecting that red coin there. So you should always pick green there, but if you don't hold up and you just run into an object at like lowest speed, you won't die. But if you run into full speed, you'll die. And then Romano, you just saw him get a banana and like clip through in Serena 3. So Serena 3 is another famous level where you're supposed to get Yoshi and go through all this convoluted stuff, like through the hotel to get this pineapple for Yoshi, and then go through the attics and break into the pool because the Pianta's not letting you in there. Again, with the banana physics, fruit physics in this game, if you just like put your back up to the wall, backflip, and then throw the banana at the very top of your jump, it'll push Mario through, and that's called banana split. And that was found years ago by your boy Graham, and it saves like 30 plus seconds.
It's insane how people still like that there's actually information on that because it's so old. There's a few tricks in this game that there's no information on who found it, right?
There's
Casino skip, I think, is like that, and spring clip as well.
spring clip, casino clip, I'm not sure. One of us might know.
One, yeah, I think Yoshi skip.
I don't remember
As
who
well.
found Yoshi's skip.
I think that might be the same thing there. That there's no information.
That was a
Oh, there was? Okay. Or something like the Axon.
Something.
Okay, that's interesting.
Romano's currently collecting yellow coins in the hotel. Oh, he's getting some blue coins on the beach at Pinna Park. Mike out in Pianta Village right now, and Danny's still in Pinna Park as well.
Yeah?
You're seeing Oat right now trying, Danny's doing it as well. So there's a mole on top of this cannon, which is the secret entrance for Pinna 2. Now you're supposed to, when you get up close to the mole, he'll throw these bombs at you. You're supposed to spray the bomb and throw it back to him and it'll blow him up, and you do this 3 times. Alternatively, if you get way too close to the mole, he gets scared and he'll go back into his cannon and he'll shut the hatch and you can't get in. But you can do this thing called mole skip where you just like dive on top of the mole when he's going back in, and you can just enter the loading zone because it's always active.
Yeah.
Because Sunshine developers just didn't care about making things not loaded at any given time. Like literally everything was loaded in this game at like any given time.
Are you sure about that?
I would say 95% of things are loaded. at,
The
like,
thing
almost
is,
any given
right,
time.
in their respective episodes, yes, but
Only in the respective episodes.
yeah, otherwise it's very anti, what's it called? Sequence breaking.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of sequence breaking at all, except for a few things like GBS, EYG, and Bianca 2. But
Oh, yeah.
otherwise, there's not a lot of levels you can skip in themselves.
Reminder to all the folks out there watching, Bingothon 2019 is raising money for Pure Earth, and they're putting on some incentives, so you guys should check that out and donate to help out Pure Earth.
Now, are there any more donation incentives that we know about?
Did you talk about incentives? We definitely have got some.
Oh, that's cool. You mind filling us in on the information?
Yes. So the next incentive that we've got is actually a bid war for character names in Darkest Dungeon. Since we've got one of the runners as one of the hosts here at Trikra, I think he would be the most fit to talk about what that would entail.
Hello, yes, sorry. In that bid war, in the game we'll be playing with lots of different characters. Each of them we can rename to anything you'd like. So if you want to see your favorite person, I don't know, put a streamer in there, go through a horrific Eldritch experience, going crazy and such, feel free to add that name in there. It always adds a little bit of touch, having your own family, friends suffer. So feel free.
Right on.
Yeah, that sounds very exciting. I hope people don't use that for anything malicious.
Yeah, like the whole XCOM experience of, oh, it's my trusted person here. Oh no, they died.
Oh.
What a
Yeah, so
shame.
far, there's only been like one name submitted, which is Monka S.
Yeah, so far, so there's a lot of options, and that's only $2, so you have options. There are several goals on the bingo card that do involve either no characters dying or like several characters dying, so anything can happen. Thank you. There's also more donations later, because after that we have the Nier Automata DLC costume that's available, and also much later on we have the Majora's Mask randomizer and making Link become Cafe Elf.
Yeah, that's a new, basically put the cafe skin on Link for the Majora's Mask randomizer, which is definitely gonna be weird, but I think that's pretty cool. That's a fun thing about randomizer. So, and for that's gonna be $100. We've still got a lot of time until the randomizer happens. And it's the same thing for the Nier Automata DLC costume. Likewise, $100. We've got a few hours until each of them, but definitely they're within reach.
And hey, that's a long time away. That might seem unreachable to you, but say every $10 you donate, you get a chance to go into a bid war for some prizes that we have available to you. So we have some Chibi Robo fan art, we have a Bingothon mug, we have Halo for the Xbox PAL version, we have Jet Set Radio Future Xbox for the PAL version, and one original SNES controller, all available to you if you donate at least $10.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, thank you. I hope you continue the run.
Valiant efforts for charity. Motto is in the midst of it all. That was a very, very, what's the right word? Monka S that we mentioned before. Segment of that level.
Molly almost died like 3 times.
Yeah, it was.
So, the shine that Oatflicker is getting right now, and Danny got it earlier, is Pin of 4. So once you defeat Pin of 4, you actually unlock Yoshi in all the levels. Yoshi is only available in a specific shine in every single level, and then he'll always be available in Delfina Plaza after this point.
Yes. please. Yoshi is used for on this goal. It's gonna be used for both belt shines because of the jump height you can get.
Yeah, we see Oat going way out there for tall grass, also known as Safari. The red coin shines. And also the only existence of a red bird in the entire game.
This is a very interesting world, I feel like. It's so weird. And like, I don't know. It's very unlike any other of these secret themed levels. It's like a big flat ground.
Okay, so this is a really important skip right now that Ramado's doing. So he's doing a really complex set of wall jumps just because he can't hover. But if you get on top of this casino right here, you can just clip through and skip like 3 minutes of RNG and pain. Because what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to first get the slot machines on either side to read 777s, which is a jackpot. And then that opens the main curtain, which then you have this horribly programmed tile flip game where you need to spray all the tiles with water to flip them over to make a shine sprite. However, the amount you spray per spray is like really finicky to control, and sometimes the tiles will just register too much water and they'll just go flipping like crazy. And sometimes you'll put like a tiny little spray on like one half of the board, and then like some random tile on the other half will just start flipping out of control and just be on the wrong play. It's horrible. So I'm really glad there's a casino skip.
Yeah, that would not be fun to have to go through in rows. We need to find a skip like that for some other levels one day. But sadly, this game is too optimized for anything like that to be possible.
So you see Danny just got the 100 coin shine in Delfino Plaza. Now, how you can get 150 coins in Delfino Plaza, because there's only a certain amount in Delfino Plaza, like 60 something. Whenever you collect a Delfino Plaza shine, your coin count doesn't actually reset. So you can continue to grab more coins that have refreshed since your last spawn in Delfino Plaza. So he's going to get this 100 coin shine, and then he can go collect another 50 coins, and he'll have 150 coins in Delfino Plaza. And it's either the only one or one of two levels that you can get 999 coins in.
One of two. Yeah, I think you can get it in Pinna as well.
Pinna, yeah, with the bullet bills.
Yeah. Is it possible to get it in Serena if you get perfect RNG and just never get anything but coins? In the casino?
You can actually influence that, because if you take damage and you're under a certain health point, King Boo will more often spit out coins. So yeah, I suppose you could do it in Serena as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's actually a cap on that.
And same with the, I'm wondering if that's also possible with the, where you gamble in before Serena 4, right? Where you're supposed to get the 7s.
Oh yeah, I guess you could there if you
flipping it.
theoretically get perfect RNG on that.
Yeah. Pianta as well, I see people mention. Hello, Rasmus.
Okay, so my point was proven wrong. Apparently there are a few levels that you can get max coins in, but usually you never get over 100 just because of coin shines.
Yeah. It's only some people.
So Danny's trying to get Yoshi from Shadow Mario right now, and he's just having to do hover rollouts.
Yeah.
Which is just really sad.
At
Shadow
the same
Mario,
time,
yeah, there's been a lot of development into Shadow Mario quick kills, which you're supposed to just spray him down, but you can do it really quickly in certain methods, but it's really hard to do with another nozzle.
Oh yeah, this takes time, and you know, if you run into Shadow Mario on accident while doing these, you get a super bonk, and then you have to wait even longer.
Yeah,
so that's fun.
For whatever reason, Mario has 2 bonk animations. Usually when he runs into stuff, he'll just bonk, and that's the end of it, but only on Shadow Mario, and then maybe like one other rare instance. I feel like I remember this happening, but when you bonk into Shadow Mario, you get a super bonk, which Mario just decides to sit on the floor for like 6 extra seconds. So it takes forever to get back up.
It feels really bad to get that.
And Danny is doing the right bell right now. You saw Oat do this earlier, but you're supposed to get the rocket nozzle, which you don't unlock in Delfino Plaza until I believe it's 30 shines total. But with Yoshi, you can do a spin jump, and Yoshi gets amazing vertical capability on his spin jump, so you can just reach the shine with a spin jump and then backflip and off Yoshi.
Yeah, it's insane how high you go with that. You get so much aerial momentum in general, so much control as well. But okay, yeah, we're heading into Noki. That's cool. We are gonna see Danny head to Noki 5 here. Probably play the whole world through, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he's up to Noki 6.
Yeah. Or is Noki 6? Would he?
Up to, not through.
Yeah, up to. But all he needs to do at least. That's
yeah, only a handful of more goals left. He'll also get a unique boss from this, but yeah, basically Blackout ends whenever the entire card has been filled. But that being said, you can get as any amount of gold you want up until it's filled. So in theory, if you collect all 25 before the other team does, you win. But by the time there's like only 5 goals that haven't been clicked, you're kind of aiming for those 5 just to finish the bingo route, so you can end before they do. Normally that's why we play Lockout, because otherwise bingo takes forever when you play just Blackout.
Oh yeah.
You could just basically, both teams could go for every single goal up until the end, and then both teams have like they have like 40 plus goals at the end in total. Mono getting his turbo nozzle here. Interesting, he's getting the turbo nozzle to get the
thing. What? Wait, what? What is going on here? No.
Is he gonna do the super? No, I'm not entirely sure why he got the turbo
I
nozzle.
love how Mario sounds when he's low health.
Other than
Oh, that was so funny. The fucking the big Yahoo when he bounced off the spider.
he's gonna
Sound
die.
so-
He's gonna die! I knew I was gonna have it! Mono!
Oh no. Oh.
Yeah, Mario sounds like he's in so much pain when he's at low health, and then
Yahoo!
in that specific area of Bianca Hills, there are these CD pods, and they basically throw seeds at Mario, and they do damage. And I knew for an instant when he was walking towards the area after landing with the turbo nozzle, he was gonna get bopped.
Yeah.
I don't even know why he attempted that.
I think, I don't know, I wonder what the idea was there in general. Like, he got the turbo nozzle, so did he want to get like 100 coins?
He had 50 already, so
Then
I
what
don't
was
know.
the idea? I don't
I
get
don't know
it.
why I don't know why he specifically went all the way out to get the turbo nozzle and then went all the way back towards those guys.
I mean, either way, the 50 coins goal has been lost. Oh, he wanted the enemy blue. Of course.
Or he went to the thing. Anyways, he has a rocket nozzle now. He's gonna go into Bianca 3 Reds. A little scary with the rocket nozzle, but he can also do it pretty quickly.
Yeah. And I feel like Rimato, who is someone who cares a lot about bingo, probably knows about this strat well enough to execute it well in bingos.
Yeah.
He is the bingo guy. TM. That's just how it is.
Yeah, Ramada is one of the 5 bingo gods.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways, so we see Oatflaker life grinding out in Serena 2 right now. Danny doing the spring clip in Noki 2. So Noki 2, you're supposed to actually fight Blooper for the 3rd and final time, but there's a spring on a cliff where, again, physics when throwing things, it'll push Mario through the cliff and he can just dive to where the shine is, because the shine is not dependent upon beating Blooper. It's just always spawned in Noki 2.
Very true.
So the idea between this live grinding that Oat is doing right now, there is a block there at the beginning that if you jump under and break, it has a 1-up, and then there are these stews, and if you flip over 3 or more stews and ground pound them all at the same time, you can get 1-ups off of them. So Serena 2 is probably the most effective, second most effective.
Yeah, second most. Definitely.
Second most effective live grinding. The most effective is down to 5 with the hover nozzle.
Yeah. Which is, you know, it's not very often you end up there in bingos anyway, so in bingos you end up using Serena 2 live grinding the most.
Romano is definitely not streaming in 4x3.
No, I think he's using like the default weird like middle ground thing that Sunshine is in from the start.
Romano's doing a newly found trick. So this pipe way the heck out here on this island. This is Lily Pad. Now you're supposed to get Yoshi, and you're supposed to ride on this really obnoxious boat ride, but you can just clip Yoshi underground and then walk under the water to get there. But recently found that with a precise landing and a banana throw, once again, Mario can clip into the pipe without the need of Yoshi.
The bananas are low-key overpowered in this game. For being a fruit, that is.
Romano forgetting to jump. He has to be careful because this leaf will disintegrate eventually.
This is scary without the hover.
Okay, he had enough time.
This is actually terrifying.
So there's no point in delay clicking it. It's not lockout.
Maybe he just forgot. Maybe he is in the lockout brain.
I'm so confused. Anyways, Oat got his 25 lives. He hasn't yet. Now he can turn it to red. Danny is in Eel. So Eel is one of the more infamous shines as well. Sunshine, speedrunning. Can be a really tough shine. It's really hard for the newer players to get good at this. You have to clean Ely Mouse 8 teeth, and if you don't do the setup right, you'll either get chomped, which loses you like 20 plus seconds, or you miss a cutscene skip, which is based off a damage skip actually, and that loses 20 seconds as well. So this is a really big barrier for a lot of runners to get good at and to get consistent with. Now, the reason why Danny is doing this over Ramato is because the hoverless version of this shine is absolute garbage. It's probably the worst shine in hoverless any percent by far.
For sure.
It's really difficult. You have to be at a really specific position, and if you fall into the shine location area and you get under the shine, you're screwed. You can't get out. Danny needs to be careful here. He's doing a really good job right now. So if you clean these teeth in a specific order, Ely Mouth won't ever go down. Because the normal way is just to clean teeth and he'll be like, this is painful, and then he'll go back down. But if you clean a tooth right after he's done trying to chomp you, he won't immediately go down.
Yeah. Right, so I do see the idea here that he...
And I
okay, yeah, he waits for those.
If I'm not mistaken, sometimes the middle teeth become like unclean again if he closes his mouth or something like that.
Oh yeah,
if they're not fully cleaned off.
Yes. But it's fine. You know, when it went off again on the next cycle, it waits for him. Either way.
Where did he get hair there? Heck. Danny miscounted the teeth there as well. Got chomped.
Oh no.
I don't know how he managed to get air there. That was weird.
I think I've gotten that weird thing as well, and I think it's like bubble hitboxes still being there, even though the graphic is unloaded when the eel fight has whammo.
I guess that makes sense.
But I don't know. That's just this.
Yeah. Romano and Oat just collecting some more blue coins. Mike is now in Noki 3. Noki 3 is the only level shine that you cannot collect a coin in. Fun fact.
Wait, what?
Noki 3 is the only level shine in the entire game that you cannot collect a single blue coin in. You can collect at least one blue coin in every other shine.
Okay, yeah, I never thought about that, but it makes sense, yeah. It's very true.
I also just want to randomly bring this up just because it never gets brought up and I like to talk about it. It didn't happen here to Danny, but very, very rarely. It's only ever documented like 2 or 3 times. You can get this thing called extended eel or like super eel, and normally the eel only like goes so far out of its hole, but under really weird circumstances, and no one entirely is sure why. I'm not sure why, and I don't think anyone else is. You'll get a super eel, and the eel will go like super freaking high up, like super high up, and he just like sits up there for a super long time, and then eventually the eel will come back down, and then like it'll be normal again. But just sometimes you'll get super eel, and it's like one of the weirdest things that can happen in this game. No one seems to know why it happens.
You don't think it's one of those like weird Nintendo-only things or emulator kind of deal, like the famous Manta unload?
No, because Gooch got it, and Gooch plays on console, so...
Oh, okay, yeah, then...
I used to call it Gucci Eel, because Gooch was the first person I ever saw it from. Gooch is a former Sunshine Rider who does not play anymore.
Yeah, I've never heard of him myself, because I'm too new in the community. Only documented 2 times. That is kind of insane.
I don't remember who the other runner I saw who got it was, but I know it's happened at least twice. I think it happened a 3rd time, but I'm not entirely sure. But it has happened for sure twice, and I know Gooch. I think Gooch had a highlight of it, but it might have been deleted by now. But yeah, same thing for Mike here. You're just gonna have to hover and clean the teeth as best as you can. I do want to talk about version differences really quick. So Danny is playing. So there are 3 main versions that runners use. There is NTSC-U, which is the English version. There's NTSC-J, which is Japanese, or there is PAL, which is European. NTSC-J or Japanese is the fastest because it has the best loading times. Some of the fruits are not around the Fino Plaza, which is considered Y. It loads a little bit faster, though there are some things that are different about Japanese. Serena 6 is the biggest difference, where it's super strict on the beach cleaning requirement versus NTSC-U. The next best one, I believe, is PAL. In PAL, you can actually change the language to Italian, and Italian has the fastest text in the game. And then last but not least, you have NTSC-U, which is English. Slowest version, but has probably less issues than SCJ. I think one of the biggest issues on NTSC-J is you can get sound glitch. Sound glitch is a thing where I don't remember how exactly it happens, but sometimes you just like don't get any music or like sound, like you only have Mario noises, and if you die, it takes like a really long time to spawn back in.
Loading times in general, they get screwed up.
Yeah, and they get screwed up as well. Now, that being said, it's not NTSC-J exclusive. I've seen it happen once on English, but
I've seen
it reset itself after the death.
Yeah, it's happened a few times on other versions. I've gotten from PAL like twice even, and it doesn't cause as much of a big issue as the JP version.
So for some reason, JP was just kind of poorly made, but it is definitely.
I
the
mean,
fastest.
it's
Probably because it was the first release.
Yeah, it was the first release, and they noticed the issues. And you know, there's a JP 1.1 version that is pretty much PAL and NTSC, but with Japanese language.
So I think Romano, Oat, and Mike are all playing on Japanese, while Danny continues to play on PAL.
Yes, which is a cool strategy in my opinion, because if one player plays on PAL and one plays on JP, the thing is the PAL player can focus on worlds like Serena Beach, where the dialogue is really fast on PAL. So
Not only that,
Serena
but
Beach, you're gonna get like really, really, really fast times if you have a good Serena board.
Because like in Serena 1, you have to talk to the hotel owner, and in English there's 10 text boxes, but in PAL it's like 4 or something like
Yeah.
that.
Or 6, I think, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot less. And then Serena. So once again, Serena 6, you basically never see anything past Serena 4 in bingos because King Boo sucks, and anything after that is just pointless. But
Yeah.
Serena 6 in speedruns, you're required to. It's called scrubbing Serena Beach, and there's a bunch of electric goop on the beach that you have to clean in a certain time. JP has this ridiculous like 99.5% clean requirement where you can actually like there's invisible goop where the hitbox will still be there but the visual won't, and it can shock you and it counts towards your clean progress. So on PAL and English, you can be like super sloppy and still win versus JP. You have to be like super efficient with your spam sprays and cleaning in general.
And the issue there is that the spam sprays are RNG, so it's very hard to be efficient in a good way.
Yeah.
You might just get screwed over by bad RNG when it comes to the spam sprays. That happens.
Only 3 more goals left on the board. We have 7 red coins, 75 total, and 5 hiddens. And that being said, there is a red coin right there. So looking just for 5 more hiddens and 75 total blue coins. Rano's really close to 75 total. Oat and Mike would have to find 4 more goals to tie up. Right now it is 20-16. So as long as Romano and Danny can end it out here, they will be the winners.
Yeah, it's looking difficult for the latrine machines to bring this back at the moment because they have a bunch of those to still fill up.
Not only that, but Romano is really close to 25 lives as well.
Yeah.
So he ends, and that'll also the count.
And blues too, I'd say.
20-17 now. Danny having some tough time here with PD.
Oh yeah, I haven't been watching this. This has been a...
I wonder if Danny doesn't know that if you hover backwards, it's a lot easier. I don't think he does. Because he was hovering towards PD and then like falling back. I don't think he knew that.
He's
If
done
you
now
hover-
at least, so he doesn't have to deal with that anymore.
Yeah, he's done with that, but it's a sprayless strat. If you hover backwards into PD's mouth there to fill his mouth with water, it's a lot easier to do backwards than it is forwards.
Yeah, and this is
Because-
probably also gonna be...
Floods on the back of Mario. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, Romano just needs to find like 10 more blues, and they are GG.
Ooh. Okay, so yeah, the European Speed Weeb team, only 2 goals left at the moment.
Romano needs 11 more blues, and the Blackout will be finished.
What about the unique ball shines? Someone needs to finish that up.
That's clicked.
Oh, you mean... No, Blackout, they both need to.
Are they both finishing? Is that what it is? I thought it was just finish the card.
Oh no, Blackout is that you have to collect every single goal, both teams.
This is why I don't play Blackout.
You
I
just
like
have to
into
finish the
this.
board. All colors, not just the board's colors. Right.
That makes more sense.
Otherwise, this would be very, very weird.
It's already been very weird. Alright, well, Romano needs to find 8 more blues, and Danny's working his way up. He's in Gelato 2. He's about to get up to Wiggler, which is, I believe, the final boss.
Yeah. Because he's, yeah, it's 5 unique. I think he's done Blooper, he's done, just did Petey.
Blooper, Petey,
Mecha, and
Mecha, oh, he's Neil.
Manta.
Neil.
Neil. Oh yeah, Neil, yeah, so we didn't do Manta. But yeah, that Wiggler should be his last.
So, this shine also sucks having to do the only, sprayless. So, Gelato 2, you have to spray these stupid Plungellos off the mirrors in order to, like, pinpoint all the mirrors onto the Wiggler that's resting on top of the Sandbird egg. The problem with this, though, is that, 1, these Plungellos absolutely suck, and 2, is that this mirror with only 2 Plungellos is, like, really finicky for some reason. So the idea is you have to get the Plungello to the edge of the mirror with some off balance, and then you go to the opposite side of him. Dude, he's getting bodied right now.
Oh my god. Danny!
And then go to the other side of the mirror and ground pound, and that'll knock him off. However, depending on how the mirror is like tilting at the time, it won't immediately knock them off. They'll cling on, and it's way more prevalent on the mirror with only 2 Plungellos than versus the one with 3 or 1.
Yeah, we'll see here. Oof. This is gonna be annoying. Poor Danny.
I'm just watching Mike kick up during the Plungello right now. Dude, just jump kick it, Mike. Come on, it's a lot easier. Thank you.
There we go.
So yeah, Oat is collecting blue coins. Romano getting a shine.
Ooh, this is getting close, I just realized. Both of them are 1 goal away from winning.
Oh, are they really? Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oat caught up.
both just
Oh, heck, it caught up for them.
like a lord.
They just had to get 150 coins before
This is...
they finish the 5 unique. This is gonna be really close. I don't know. I think Danny has 4 right now. He just needs to get into Wiggler, but I don't know how many Romano has. I think he has at least 3 right now.
I mean, I don't think it matters what Romano asks, because, you know, Danieru is the closest either way.
Now, that being said, I wonder if either Oat or Mike know the coin route for Delfino, because it's a really specific route to maximize how many you get. You can get like 60 really quickly and then reset. So I think they're gonna have to at least do this 3 times.
Oh yeah. It's getting close. It's getting really close.
All right, Danny just needs to do Gelato 3.
That's gonna go by pretty quick, yeah.
Oat's gonna opt to do box game to reset Delfino Plaza. Not a bad option. It goes quickly.
Yeah. I don't know why Danny just doesn't do Manta. That's probably because he is not allowed to use the sprayness, and Manta is very, very annoying and slow.
A lot easier to
Yeah.
Mike is going to enter Pachinko in an exit area. You can jump into an area in Delfino Plaza, a Delfino Shine in this area.
Okay. No, he just needs to get a few hits.
I think Danny is going to beat the American team here.
Yeah, this is...
It's going to be really close.
This is insanely close.
I think they're just a little too late though, and I don't think they know the optimal route because I see them just like ground pounding random manholes.
Well,
Yeah, I
here
mean the
was
manholes have
saying-
the coins, so
Here I was saying, thinking that the Luigi's Mansion lockout we just had earlier was the closest thing we would get. Well,
yeah, this
I guess
is
I was wrong.
this is insanely close.
Having two such close calls, 2 runs in a row, that's actually pretty amazing.
Danny choked. Danny choked.
Danny, no! Don't do this!
Oh,
Europe, please!
Oh,
So the thing is with Wigglers are really easy, but if you don't do the first 3 hits properly, the rest absolutely suck. It's pretty easy to come back from that though if you know the patterns, but that's still a little bit of a time loss.
Okay, this
I
should
do
be
think
the
that-
last hit, but Mike,
yeah.
oh my god, it's close.
I don't think Mike's gonna find 20 more coins though.
Oh, this is scary. This is going down by
Boy.
the second. Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, he needs to reset the plaza. Okay, yeah, this is in the
Yep.
European Speedway team.
That is GG right there.
The redemption arc
Yeah.
just happened.
By about
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Oh,
10
Wow.
seconds.
Europeans redemption arc got their redemption.
Probably actually a little bit more than 10 seconds.
yeah. GG's.
Yeah, they were
Really
close.
That was
GG.
insane.
wow.
It was probably about 30 seconds away, but still, that was insanely close at the end. Oh, brought it back.
Well, I guess that's it for Super Mario Sunshine Down.
Yeah, that is our Super Mario Sunshine Blackout bingo. Excuse me, I guess it wasn't long. Oh.
Oh well,
People
miscommunication
misinformed
happened. That's fine.
Happened. Yeah.
Um,
All right.
but yeah, thank you very much. I'm Deathline, my co-commentator, Nirgesh. Follow all the
Hello.
runners, follow Bingothon, support Pure Earth.
Thank you so much for everyone involved in this run. That was amazing, and we really hope to see you guys another time. You know.
We'll
Oh,
be
thank you.
right back after a short intermission with Super Mario 64. Stay tuned.
So I do. Hello, yes, I assume I'm probably live on stream right now since it says I'm live on stream now. That was a great run that we just have, and another new run we're going to come up next with Super Mario 64 by Poshi. This one will be a single bingo. Hopefully no miscommunication on their errors. But in the meantime, I'd like to just mention a few donations. We still have the next donation after that, after the interview, is the Darkest Dungeon naming incentive. There's only $2, and you can insert in, you can add your own name. Just $1 will do, and you'll have a chance to have your name included in one of the characters of Darkest Dungeon. Any character limit from like 1 to 16 characters. If you ever want to see your best friend get like go insane or like have to kill some fish monsters or some pigs, here's your chance. Also, if you actually do donate at least $10, then you have the chance to win, your very own chibi robot fan art, or, a Bingothon mug. Have you ever wanted to show off to your friends that you have gone to a marathon but don't ever really feel like going into a marathon? Or you can get your own merch from Bingothon here. Yes, then also you can get Halo for the Xbox, pal, if you ever fancy starting to speedrun that. Or hey, it's Halo, that's a cool game series. Also, even more cooler, in my opinion, Jet Set Radio Future, that's really cool. Have we got a certain thing set up now?
I think we should soon be set up. But yeah, there's a lot of awesome stuff coming up. And as a reminder, just as Trickrow was saying earlier, after the Super Mario 64 run that we're gonna have right now, we will have our interview with the Pure Earth representative, Jen Maracino, which I hope I did not butcher the name. So yeah, this is definitely something to check out because the chat will be able to ask questions. We'll have our own, and then we'll pick out some questions from you guys to ask to Pure Earth. If in the meantime, before the interview, you want to check out more about them, then I invite you to check out their website. Let me just give you guys the link.
But Pure Earth, it works together with local governments to inform and insist in clearing up pollution. So please support Pure Earth by supporting this marathon, because everything you donate to this marathon goes to Pure Earth.
Exactly. Okay, we just got the word that they're ready, so I propose that we shall go up and, well, you guys get ready.
Well,
for
just
Super Mario
beforehand,
64.
I'd like to love to, mention Bingo Sync, the website we're using to actually host all these bingo boards. If you're ever curious about how to make your own game into a Bingo Sync, then go do that, because it's a really cool thing and it's not even hard to set up. If you have a game that's really miscellaneous and you think, I want to make a bingo board for this since I can make lots of goals. Anyway, back onto the marathon. It's more important. Go start this.
Okay, see you guys soon.